Hello and welcome to Video Jug. We're going to show you how to make cinnamon rolls. Step 1. You will need the following ingredients to serve 8 people. 550 grams of flour, 25 grams of fresh yeast or 8.5 grams of dry yeast, 70 grams of melted butter, 210 ml of milk, 75 grams of sugar, 2 eggs, and a pinch of salt. And for the filling, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 200 grams of brown sugar, and 85 grams of butter kept at room temperature. For the egg wash, 1 egg with 2 tablespoons of milk beaten together. And finally, a little extra flour for dusting. And here's a handy list of all the ingredients. You will also need the following utensils: a mixer with a hook attachment, a rolling pin, a knife, a baking tray lined with parchment paper, 2 bowls, 1 large and 1 small, a tea towel, a brush, and a spoon. Step 2. Make the dough. Start your rolls by adding the flour, yeast, sugar, salt, eggs, milk, and the butter into the mixer. Mix the ingredients on low for 5 minutes until it begins to look shiny in appearance. If the dough looks too wet, add about 2 tablespoons more of the flour to the bowl. Mix again and turn off the mixer. Then scrape the dough from the hook. Step 3. Knead and let rise. Put a little flour into the bowl and also sprinkle some on your work surface. Now knead the dough briefly. Add a little flour to the bowl, then return the dough to the bowl and sprinkle a little onto the dough. Cover and let it rise for about 1 hour or until it has doubled in size. Step 4. Make the filling. While the dough is rising, you can place into a bowl the brown sugar, the cinnamon, and the butter, and mix it with the spoon until combined. Now set it aside. Step 5. Preheat the oven. You can now set the oven to 190 degrees Celsius. Step 6. Roll the dough. When the dough has risen, punch the air out of it. Sprinkle your workspace with flour. Place the dough onto the surface and sprinkle it with some flour. Roll out the dough to 1/2 centimetre in thickness, making sure there is enough flour to prevent it sticking to the table. Step 7. Shape the rolls. You can now spread the filling on the dough. Next, carefully roll the dough into a log. And now cut it into slices of about 3 centimetres in thickness. Now place them on a lined baking tray, making sure to leave enough space for the rolls to rise. Allow them to rise for 15 to 20 minutes. Step 8. Wash and bake. Take your egg wash and using your brush, paint it onto each roll individually. Put the tray into the oven and let them bake for 12 to 15 minutes at 190 degrees Celsius. Step 9. Serve. Remove the tray from the oven and let them cool. Your cinnamon buns are now ready to serve. They can be eaten cold, but they taste especially good when warm. Try them both ways. And that's how to make cinnamon rolls, the video jug way.